Welcome everyone to the Peaked in 6th Grade podcast. Today we're wearing hats and we're listening to freeform jazz. How's everybody doing?
You like jazz?
Oh, I
feeling
love
jazzy.
it. We're feeling jazzy.
Terribly.
Other than jazz, you're doing terribly.
What's that? Is that a voice that we have never heard here on the Peaked in the 6th Grade podcast? Whoever could that be? Woo! Yeah!
Everyone cheer. We have our guest today. We've got Nico. Nico, introduce yourself.
I'm Nico. That's my name.
Yeah!
We're gonna do icebreakers. You're gonna tell me...
Everyone break off into groups.
So tell me about yourself. Right. We're gonna do 2 truths and a lie.
Candle once. That's a fun fact about me.
Perfect.
Nice.
No, that's a good introduction.
Perfect, yeah.
What flavor was the candle?
Butterscotch.
Oh, that makes sense.
I'd eat it.
I would eat
Yeah,
it also.
nice.
Sounds really yummy.
I feel like whenever we have, I wish like the Peaked in 6th Grade was kind of like a live thing sometimes, so we could have it like, you know, like when in like Disney shows, like whenever like the main cast and they bump into like a famous celebrity and it's like, hey, what? Excuse me. And then Tom Brady turns around and he's like, sorry about that, man. And it's like, everybody's like,
yeah, they go, woo! Woo, 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 woo! They go crazy. They go fucking feral. Or on iCarly, every time Gibby shows up, the audience is literally like, woo! Woo!
Well, yeah, he carried the entire show.
That's so true.
iCarly wouldn't be iCarly without Gibby or Spencer.
Very true.
Yeah, Spencer is integral.
Oh, yeah. Spencer is S tier for sure.
Absolutely.
I modeled my entire personality around Spencer as a child.
Didn't we all?
That says a lot about me.
Yeah.
A little bit.
Yeah.
I like the episode where he does a lot of pranks. I think about that.
One of my ex-friends modeled their personality after Carly Shay, and that's why we're no longer.
Yeah, no, that's definitely. Ooh.
Main character. I feel like how main characters are always the worst characters of every single TV show.
Yeah, Exhibit A, Carly. Exhibit B, Tori and Victorious.
Frankie Stein from Monster High, Twilight Sparkle, My Little Pony. Terrible characters. I hate all of them.
Yep.
Do you know what else I hate? The state of Texas. Was that a segue? You bet it was.
Hey, welcome back to the podcast where we shit on Texas for 45 minutes. Maybe I should take this cowboy hat off because I feel like it's...
Earth already did that.
Yeah.
Patrick, what am I? Stupid? No, I'm Texas.
What's the difference? And then everyone cheers. Everyone
Exactly.
clapped.
Yay!
Y'all hear what Texas did?
Katie, tell me.
So everyone knows the good old state of Texas, the Lone Star State, if you will. Their governor, probably something Abbott, that guy. He was like, "Hey, I'm gonna open up the state 100%, and masks are done.
Yep.
We're done with masks. No more masks."
Might I add,
baby.
with absolutely no reasoning to do so, because there is no proof of a steady decline of COVID cases. One day he just woke up and he said, "You know what? Fuck it," and he ruined Texas.
The 10-gallon makes this feel like it's an internal conflict issue.
I don't. This is a little controversial, but I'm gonna keep it on.
The mask off, and then it was like, you know what? Yeah, fuck it, mask off.
Yeah, he woke up to his alarm, which is mask off. Good one. Yeah, that's his alarm for sure. He woke up and he was like, I get it.
Terrible. Like, I know, like, that's like what Texas wanted because they're stupid, but like Nevada right now, we're slowly getting to 50% capacity still. I don't know where they got 100% from, but that was a mistake. But there has been some bad things happening from Texas reopening. So some places are, smart, and they're like, hey, we get that the mandate is that we don't need masks, but my restaurant, I want you to wear a mask in my restaurant because it makes me and my staff feel safer. So a Mexican restaurant in Texas did that, where they're like, hey, you need to wear a mask. And so people called ICE on the staff. Because people were still asked to wear a mask despite the mandate being lifted.
There are so many things wrong with that.
Yeah,
there's layers. There's lots of layers to that.
They had America's support with the natural disasters for a week, and everybody was looking at them. And in their time of they did that. That's.
I mean, it doesn't exactly surprise me, unfortunately.
People who are anti-maskers love private property, and it's weird when private property suddenly doesn't do what they want.
Yeah.
It's a bad thing.
Yeah, exactly. I'm like kind of lucky to live in a pretty liberal part of Florida because throughout the entirety of the pandemic, every local business that my boyfriend and I go to has always required masks, and there's like 0% capacity inside. Like, you're just not allowed to sit inside, so I'm really lucky. And Texans are bonkers.
What makes me scared is that I actually have a lot of family that's in Texas.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
And we are Hispanic, and so that whole thing makes me very nervous because a lot of them are really old that live in Texas, or they're kids, or they're really old. And it makes me really nervous. Even though, like, I know that they'll try their best to be safe, it's hard because my family, it's very rare that people in my family actually retire. Like, we just keep working for the rest of our lives up until the point where our bodies cannot take it. And I know that they're still working, and it makes me very nervous. And I feel like people aren't, like, I feel like it's hard because I want to give people the benefit of the doubt, but also you don't care if people live or die. So it's really hard for me to feel bad for you.
Yeah, it's the thing about, like,
stop caring if people live or die.
Right-wing Republican white Americans will do everything in their power to get what they want, regardless of consequences for other people. And they're just completely oblivious to other people's struggles and what they go through on a daily basis. It's just like, if something goes against their views or what they want, they will literally do everything in their power to fucking shut it down. With no remorse at all.
Everything's bigger in Texas, including our COVID case number.
That's their mindset.
Like, there's a weird cult that's advertising on TikTok.
Yeah. Cult.
Yeah, it reminds me of what happened in Tumblr in 2013.
That's terrible.
Yep.
Anything that happened in Tumblr in 2013 is just
automatically just awful.
Like, and but like a bunch of people are like, oh, there are like illegal immigrants there, and you should call, like, we could call ICE on them. Like, it's like, yes, it is a cult, but also that is such a messed up thing to do and to even think about.
Yeah, for sure.
Like, if you're scared, because there are kids there, if you're scared for the kids, you call CPS. I would never call something like immigration, no matter how upset I am at something.
Yeah.
Because immigration, like, ICE is such a terrible place, and it is such a horrible thing to do to another human being in, like, under any circumstance.
It's literally a terrorist organization.
Yeah.
It's like, it's awful. And if that's your first instinct to do that to someone, there's just something wrong with your brain.
Yeah. I don't know. It seems like I don't know how you can, like, reason with yourself to do that.
Yeah. It's really awful.
I don't think I could logic my way into that.
Yeah.
In any way.
There is no logic behind it. People are just fucking stupid.
I like the fact that there's a cult on TikTok, because it's really weird, because I remember there used to be a cult on Tumblr when I was a kid, and so it's really weird to see history repeat itself all the time on TikTok. I'm just like, what's happening? Didn't we learn? Did nobody learn anything?
Yeah.
Learn things. Cults are fun. Like, you'd think, like, after, like, learning about cults, you'd be like, I now know that I should not join a cult. But then Jared Leto is like, hey, I want to form a cult and be your god. And people are like, yes, Jared Leto.
Yes,
please.
Where he dressed himself up as Jesus.
Yeah.
I think that we should stop letting people dress up as Jesus.
Oh, yeah, that's the first rule.
Jesus cosplayers need to stop.
Seriously, just like, because as soon as you have that mindset when you're like, I'm gonna dress up as Jesus, things just go downhill from there.
Yeah. I think the Jared Leto cult, like, I think it would make it, like, more fun, more spicy. If, like, to get into the cult, you need to get damage tattoo on your forehead, like, from, like, the Suicide Squad movie.
Yeah, easy.
No, because they'd all be dressed up as Harley Quinn, because they're all, like, 20-year-old women in his cult.
Damage tattoo on their forehead.
Yeah.
Yeah, as a branding, is that their brand?
I forget that Jared Leto had a band. I forget.
Wait.
30
Huh?
Seconds to Mars. You guys ever heard of 30 Seconds to Mars?
Jared Leto was in 30 Seconds to Mars?
He was the singer for 30 Seconds to Mars.
What?
That's the worst thing I've heard all day.
Are you fucking serious?
Yes.
That is the worst. Why did you say that? Why did you subject anyone to
Knew
that information?
I figured people knew.
No!
I don't believe you. I don't believe you. I'm
can
Googling
Google
it.
it.
I'm Googling it.
You
I don't
can
believe
Google
that.
it.
Hold on.
That's
What
like
the fuck?
a part of it. Yeah, that's like.
I'm gonna do it for a second.
There's no way. Oh
Because
my god.
true that
He was the guitar
worst.
player. He wasn't even the lead guitar player.
of course not.
The lead guitar
Shut up
player
sometimes.
was Solon Bixler, okay? It wasn't Jared Leto, and that makes me feel a little better.
But Jared was still in the band.
Right, which is still
still
really
let him
fucking
in.
weird. Yeah, that's just awful. Wow, I don't like that. I mean, you learn something new every day, but it's not always a good thing.
See,
We
he's
should
like his little
stop
cult,
learning.
and his cult is like pretty like reminiscent to like the Jonestown cult, and so like it's funny like thinking of like the power like celebrities hold, like even like ones like Jared Leto, where they can like move to like an enclosed like safe haven place, and like now this is my cult, and these are my followers now.
Yeah, and he pretty
as
much
long as
admits to
someone
it.
is-
Yeah, like he's like this is a cult. Yeah,
He
The
advertises
worst
it
way.
like that.
He does.
He wants people to know that he has the cult. It's like a weird power trip to him.
It is.
I just want to know who out there is a Jared Leto fan. You ever
Who's a
met one?
Jared letter, huh? Any letters in the chat?
Any letters in chat? Hopefully just crickets. Good. I'm glad no one's a letter. A letterhead.
Are those what Jared Leto's fans are called?
Yeah, letterheads.
Letterheads. Yeah, they get damaged on their forehead. They're letterhead.
What celebrity do you think could make the best cult though?
Like the
what-
best in like term of like most successful cult or like most fun cult.
Most
Yeah.
fun.
Kesha, but like 2010 Kesha.
That would be fun. Yeah.
Lady Gaga would have a fun little
fun.
cult for sure.
Definitely, yeah.
Even like any celebrity that has like a fandom name, I feel like is already on their way. You know.
Yeah.
They're on their way to
Um,
dressing like Jesus.
I think a really fun cult would just be the entire cast of Scary Movie 2.
Mhm.
And Anna
yeah.
Faris's character specifically, if she were to start a cult, not Anna Faris as an actress, but her character in Scary Movie 2.
Oh, so you're thinking like they stay in character. Like
Yes,
it's a character
yeah,
cult.
it's a character cult. All the characters from Scary Movie 2.
Just a method acting cult.
yeah.
They make little indie films once a month.
I think this is just a really long role playing session. I think that's what's happening.
It's a really long acting class. yeah.
You get like a certificate and a cup of coffee at the end.
Yeah.
Good luck.
Yeah.
What do you guys think for good cult leaders?
I think Tom Kenny, because that
Oh,
man's
for
vocal
sure.
range is so far. He could act like he was possessed, and
Oh,
just
yeah.
yeah.
Angie's acting
anything
like,
like
she was
that.
possessed, which makes me
We don't
think
talk
maybe
about
Angie
that.
would be a good cult leader.
You know what? I probably could be. Twitch don't take me seriously. I'm not going to start a cult. But if for whatever reason in the future I decide to, I may or may not be a good cult leader, and you can't prove that.
If I was a cult leader, I feel like I wouldn't know what to do, and I just like revert to being like a first grade teacher. I'd be like, "Hey everyone, so it's gonna be nap time in 30 minutes, but before that, I got some appy slices and I got some well snacks for everyone.
So
if you could pass these around, that'd be really nice."
what you're saying is you think elementary school teachers would be good cult leaders.
Yes.
Okay.
Oh,
They basically are cult leaders.
That's true. They are cool.
That-
Yeah, every
they
class
mold
is a
the
cult.
minds of children.
Yeah.
Anyone who can take care of 30 kids all at once and get them to do something, that's a cult leader, man.
That's the
I would do
definition.
whatever
Hold
that
on,
person
hold on.
said.
This is gonna be the cult chant. Wait, can you pick up claps?
No,
fact
no,
that
your
I
mic
Thank
cut
God we
out.
can't.
Try again.
In my brain.
Yeah.
I hate the fact that I knew exactly what
Yeah.
you were doing.
Wait, let me see
Why
if I can
can't
do
it
it.
let me clap? Clap, 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 clap.
Yeah. That's the cult chant. Yeah.
Someone hears that in a cave like a mile away. They're like,
Just PTSD, immediate PTSD.
No, they have to clap back. It's a call and response.
Yeah, it is.
"You guys play
they clap back
Heads
without
Up
even
7 Up as a
thinking.
rite of passage."
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the initiation.
like you're in the cult and like all the cult name, like everyone, all the members like on a board, and it's like, hey Tommy, you haven't been doing so well in your cultly activity, so you're actually gonna be on the red square today.
Dude, I would cry.
Yes.
I'd flat out cry.
You
if
know
I was
what?
on the red square, I'm done for. I
like-
do whatever you want.
That just proves how much elementary school is exactly like a cult. The squares, the claps, heads up, 7-Up, like all of it. Just like
These are all
ranking other
universal
people above.
things,
Yeah,
too.
exactly. It's just like insane. Grading each other's homework? That could be a cult thing.
Yeah.
Peer review.
They put that it was Thomas Sanders into who was Thomas Sanders again?
Some
He's the guy who made the
I meant to
Kentucky
say
Fried
Thomas
Chicken.
Jefferson.
Yeah.
Wait, no, I'm done. I don't know
a
where
Republican?
I am anymore.
I don't know.
No,
Thomas Sanders sounds like a Republican name.
He sounds like a senator.
He's a
He
YouTuber,
does.
isn't
The
he?
senator of Texas?
Yeah. He
He's
was
a
an
Viner.
ex-Viner.
Yeah, oh no, I'm completely off track. The joke is done. I don't know where I am anymore.
Yeah. This is Thomas
I said-
Sanders. For the record, he was a Viner.
I meant to
Katie
say
is off
Jefferson,
base.
but then I stopped,
Thomas
and now I don't want to
Sanders,
continue.
Thomas Jefferson, same guy.
Yeah, close enough. I mean, they both
No,
made
I'm-
vines, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty sure.
Yeah.
Hey guys, it's me, Thomas Jefferson. Here at I'm signing the Declaration of Independence.
He's just like out here with the boys. Got some shit on this paper. We about to get it done.
We pranking my friends with the fake Declaration of Independence. You guys, check it out. Make sure to go watch the
Hey.
full video on my YouTube channel.
Hey, John Hancock, I got the Declaration. Will you sign it? Oh, you should sign the paper that said you're a stinky poop fart. Oh God, you fucking moron. We
Man.
got this guy.
Jefferson is a prank YouTuber.
He would be. He definitely
Don't
would
sign
be.
the Declaration of Independence at 3 a.m.
Calling the ghost of the
Wouldn't it be
Declaration
so
of
funny if we made history think George Washington cut down a tree? Let's do it,
That was
guys.
a big prank. Yeah.
Oh, Jesus.
The
Alright.
U.S. education system for history is just a prank because nothing you learn is true.
I don't remember anything from any history class I've ever taken, so I believe that fully.
I remember in AP World History, we sat there for a whole day, and I was like, you know what? I'm actually getting this stuff. It all makes sense. You know, I'm happy to have learned about the history of Japan. And the teacher was like, all right, that concludes our lesson on ancient China. And I was like, fucking... no, we were so close.
Yeah. That's
There's
how
really
you
a
All I
whole
remember of
YouTube
history
video.
is Johnny Appleseed.
You learned about
Like
that?
in
Mark?
Who the
elementary school.
fuck is Johnny Appleseed?
He planted what Washington cut down. You didn't hear about that?
God.
He's the guy in the Apple phone name when you try to enter your name.
Well,
it says
yeah, I
Johnny
know that,
Appleseed.
but where did he come from? What does he do?
He-
What does he accomplish?
Okay,
Where will he go
was just
to?
okay, he was insane. Like, I looked him up recently. That man is crazy. So he was just a guy that went around and would just plant apple seeds in huge acres. He didn't own the land. He
What a prank!
just dug it up.
He was a
and put it in
domestic terrorist.
No,
What?
he had
Domestic
pet
terrorist and a
wolf.
prankster.
He had a pet wolf. He would stab. He was barefoot constantly. He didn't have a house. He didn't have clothes.
Nice.
He was constantly barefoot. So he would stab his own feet for kids' entertainment. He never had a wife or a girlfriend because he was
What a
convinced.
loser!
No, he was convinced that he was married to like 70 angels up in heaven because he had
Married to the game.
blind to
She's
God.
loyal.
He had a pot on his head. He had 3 hats. He had one hat for like protection. He had another hat to keep his Bible in, and he had another hat, and he had a pot on his head.
What the fuck? Wait, how long
And
ago
he
was
would-
this?
Like early in
Last month it was on TikTok.
Yeah, it was a TikTok trend. The
Oh, it was
Appleseed
on
trend.
It was like 2012. You know?
Jesus Christ.
Those
All
fucking
I know-
VTubers, Jesus.
All I knew about Johnny Appleseed was they made like a Johnny Test episode about him, and that's
He
my
would
extended
He
knowledge
would
of
go to
him.
people's houses and like sleep in the barn, and they would feed him, and in return he would rip a page out of his Bible and hand it to him. Mind you, this is not the Christian Bible. This is his Bible.
Oh my god. What the fuck?
Everybody got a
He would
puzzle
hand
piece
it-
and they never
he would
put them
hand
together.
it to people and be like, "God loves you," and then he'd leave, and then he'd just like dip.
Whoa.
Imagine you get the
That would-
copyright information page, just like, what the fuck is this? What do I do with this?
You just get the last blank page.
Yeah. The notes section, it's like, oh, thanks.
The
I'll put this on the
cover.
fridge.
He just gives you the cover.
He would have dreams about having. He would never took a wife because when he died and went to heaven, there would be like several angels waiting to be his wife.
I was
Nice.
one of them.
He fucked angels.
Yeah, of course he did.
He was
He
like,
fucks.
I have
Guy
sex
fucks.
He
wives.
fucks for sure.
God shit. He's on his god shit.
Johnny Appleseed fucks.
Jared Leto, who?
Speaking of pranks, I got a prank call at work the other day, and I just wanted to share it with everybody.
Oh yeah, I want to hear about it.
'Cause I've had a few. One of them I don't think was a prank. I think it was a wrong number, but it was so funny to me that I'm considering it a prank. Someone called Denny's the other day, and they're like, "Hey, I'm wondering if you guys are hiring, but I am a felon and I'm out of prison now." And I'm like, "Well, we do accept felons, but we're not hiring right now." And he's like, "No, but what I did wasn't even that bad. I just wanted to know what dog tasted like." And then I hung up.
That was the prank call. That was the whole thing.
Yeah, like, I'm sure he had more to talk about, but I just wasn't in the headspace.
Good.
Sure, he had a lot to talk about.
Yeah.
And then and then there was one time I answered the phone. "Hello, thank you for calling Denny's Street. How can I help you?" And she's like, "How could you cheat on me after all that we've been through? We have a kid, and you do this? Man, this is a Denny's. I don't know who you think this is, but this is a Denny's." And she's like, "Fuck you." And I hope she's doing okay.
I mean, if
you
it was a
imagine
prank call, I hope
having,
she's
like,
not.
Could you imagine having like a husband and then he's like, "Babe, this is my number," and you have to be a Denny's?
Yeah.
Not only do you have kids together, he cheats on you and he gives you the number to a Denny's.
Did
Jesus.
she just never call him in their
Yeah,
years of marriage?
probably.
Just never
Yeah,
once.
maybe.
Or
did she
one
call
day,
him?
one day he just decided to lie and said that he changed his number, and then just gave her
To
a
the Denny's number?
To the Denny's number.
What if he
It's
was
fine.
trying to call? She was just trying to call Denny.
What if his name was Denny?
What
if
if?
the guy's name was Denny and she just Googled Denny to find his phone number and called the nearest Denny's?
Denny's phone number.
I'll call all of them. One of them will be him.
Yeah.
He's out there somewhere.
And then the other one wasn't very exciting. It was like back when the Team 10 song was trending, and Tessa Brooks had her iconic line, "Panera is your home. Stop calling my phone." So I'd get that a lot at Panera Bread,
Awful.
which I used to work at. I got a lot of people calling me about that. Did you guys ever have any like prank calls at work, or is it just me who has to deal with this shit?
I didn't get prank calls, but I would get like calls after hours, and it would be really awkward. Like there was a guy, and he was like, "Hey," and like after hours, we had a string of people that would like take receipts out of the garbage, and then try to get refunded
Yeah.
from those receipts. So it was a huge problem. And one time, this guy called us, and he was like, "Hey, can I get this order like refunded? Because I took a takeout order and it was wrong." And we were like, "Oh yeah, sure. Well, we're closing right now, so if you can make it here in like the next 10 minutes, yeah. But if not, then there's not really anything we can do because we can't take information over the phone." And he got really mad at us. He was like, "Well, it's like this order," and then he gave us the date, and the date was 2 weeks like before the call.
Yeah.
And I was like, "Sir, you're trying to get refunded from an order that was taken 2 weeks ago? I work at a Zupa's. It's not a clothes store. It's either bad or you ate it."
Yeah. You don't need to think about if your order was good or
It's
not.
always,
Yeah.
it's always so funny when people try to get free shit out of you, but they'll like make an excuse for like a while ago. Like one time I was like, when I worked at Panera, like this guy called. It was like a Saturday, I think, and he's like, "I was there on Monday and you had ants in your pastries, and I want a refund for my food because you probably had ants in my food." And I'm like, "Why would you Why would you
Why
go
would you
into
eat
the Panera, see the ants and the pastries, and not like alert someone? Why would you call
Yeah.
5 days
Just
later
like,
about it?
you look at it when you get there, and then a week later you wake up from a nightmare where your Panera pastry had
Wait a
ants. And then you decide
He
to
was
call them.
buffering. He was just buffering. It took him a bit.
Yeah, it
There
took
weren't
a little
ants,
bit
or else
to
we would have
compute.
noticed if there were ants in the paste. Like someone would have said something. So my manager's like, "Listen, that was no, no."
Listen, no.
Someone tried to do that to us, but they were like, oh, all your ice creams are messed up, and I was like, we don't serve ice cream.
I want a refund
You
for
gave me the
this.
wrong ice cream, and it's like probably because we don't serve ice cream. Like, I don't know what to tell you.
It's just like they get a bowl of soup that it's like creamy soup. Your ice cream was hot.
Ice cream is
Ice cream
melted.
is melted. Yeah.
This ice cream's too hot. It's too hot. I want
I ordered 2 scoops of tomato. What is this? What is this?
tomato ice cream. Sounds disgusting.
It exists.
It could go in. It could go. I could see.
That's incredibly cursed.
Hey, my salad
Yeah.
ice cream doesn't taste very good.
I think that's the thing. I think
People
there's
get
ranch
the
dressing
weirdest
ice
stuff
cream.
on salad.
There's ranch dressing soda.
Yeah.
That might be
It's
what I'm
bad.
thinking of.
It's really gross.
It is
I've
really
never
gross.
tried it before. It's
Don't.
been like an inside joke between my friend and I, but like we neither of us ever wanted to taste it. We just talk about it.
I
Don't.
drank it on a dare. It's not good.
I drank
I
it out of
drank
Like the
curiosity.
whole thing or a try?
I drank half the bottle on a dare. It was really, really bad.
Yeah, I
Like,
took
I
it
feel
so
like
out of
that's the kind of
It
thing.
almost made me throw up, and that's saying something. 'Cause I'll eat
You've
almost
eaten a
anything.
candle.
Yeah.
Was
I
this
mean, the
so wait, better or worse than the candle? The soda.
Oh, definitely worse.
Okay.
Oh yeah,
Definitely worse.
candles probably taste pretty good, especially a butterscotch one.
Okay, there's a thing. Is like the ranch soda. It doesn't taste. First of all, it doesn't.
Yeah.
Second of all, it tastes disgusting. And the worst part is I don't know if it's just the one I drank or it's the one or them in general. But you know how like canned sodas are really like carbonated.
Yeah.
It's like that, where it like hurts to drink.
Yeah, and it's like very acidic.
Yeah.
Yummy.
No, not good.
It sounds painful.
It is
Novelty
painful.
items are such interesting things.
And
It's like why?
novelty
Why
items
not?
cause
Jelly.
pain.
The peanut butter and jelly soda isn't bad though.
That sounds
That
good.
sounds good. Yeah.
It's very sweet.
I don't drink soda because the carbonation makes me feel sick, but I feel like any of these would give me would kill me.
Heart
Yeah, probably,
palpitation.
it would murder you.
Yeah,
My
definitely.
doctor would say no. And I listen to my doctor for sure.
I asked my doctor if I could have ranch soda. He said no. I'm sorry, guys. I
haven't
can't
been
play it
to
outside.
a doctor. When was the last time you guys went to a doctor?
last year because I had 2 seizures.
That's fair.
I think I was like it's probably like 2 years ago ish.
Well, I was like 2 years old, and I'm
Yeah.
like, Jayton, please go see
I
someone.
think mine was like 1.5 years ago because I had to go get my heart checked out.
Do dentists count as doctors?
No, like a practitioner.
Okay, then yeah, no.
I haven't been to a doctor since I moved out, which was almost 3 years ago, which is kind of crazy. And I don't feel the need to.
Yeah. I don't say why
Yeah.
you need to go to a doctor unless you're like not. Do urgent cares count as doctors?
I guess, yeah.
Okay, then never mind. It's been less than a year. Definitely.
I would think so.
I go. I'm like a regular at the urgent care because there's always something
fun.
wrong with me.
That's quirky. That's a quirk that
I
you
went
have.
in there for the fact that I had a heart attack, and then they were, and
You
then it was
cut
like,
out again.
that's better. It's better that I don't tell the story because it's really it's bad because
Okay.
they still can't figure out why. There's something wrong with me. I get chest pains and like mini heart attacks. They're not like so severe that it's like super dangerous, you know, because even any heart attack of any.
You
But
continue to cut out.
Just a little casual heart attack?
Mondays.
yeah.
Just a Monday, just a
Yeah,
normal
I
Monday
had
heart
one at work
attack?
once, and they were
Oh.
just like, "Are you good?" And I was like, "I guess."
Jesus.
And they were like, "I've gone to doctors my entire life, and they're just like, you're fine." And I was like, I'm almost certain I'm
That's
not.
that's
And
the
they're like,
reason why I haven't been to a doctor, is because you could literally have a heart attack and they go, "Oh, just a case of the Mondays."
The last doctor
Have
that
a
I went to,
lollipop.
Yeah.
the doctor that I went to for my seizures, she made me go through like tons of tests for my brain, heart, and neck to see like, hey, what's causing these seizures? And everything turned out like fine. Like everything was all the blood results, all my MRI, EEG, whatever, all fine. I'm like, hey, I read on the internet that sometimes seizures can be triggered by anxiety, and she's like, oh, then just start feeling better. Have you tried like thinking more positively?
Yeah, it's like, have you tried to not have anxiety?
And I'm like, hey, that's not gonna help. And she's like, no, you just need to start thinking a little bit better.
just don't have seizures, dummy.
Yeah, exactly,
That's
Katie.
silly.
You just need to remember
That's what
to
I
think
just
positively.
stopped having heart attacks.
Exactly.
Like when I feel this seizure coming on, I'll be like, wait a minute. Life is good. The skies are out. The birds are singing. Life is beautiful.
What's
Oh,
next
my
on the
fucking-
agenda, fellas?
The millennial and Gen Z fights are so fun.
They make me upset.
It doesn't make any sense.
It's so
Yeah.
stupid, but it's so millennials just getting mad.
You know what we should do? We should break out into an angry millennial song on the podcast. You know when they go,
Uh-huh.
"They're
That'll be
trying
really
to take my
cool.
side part."
and
that's
my
the song.
skinny jeans.
What is wrong with them?
This sounds like a
And you
real
wanna
thing that they
No, it
do.
is. It is a real thing. Have you not seen the songs on Twitter?
I've seen 2 of the songs, but
Yeah.
this exact song that you're singing seems like a real thing.
It probably is.
They want,
Like
they
that
want
sounds
to
real.
cancel Eminem, but I won't let
Eminem doesn't
them.
make good music anymore. Canceled Eminem. I think it's
Yeah.
because he's bad at his job now.
Yep. And he's homophobic.
Yeah. Also,
Newsflash.
he did it to himself.
Yeah.
Like
Mm.
in the past, he
Yep.
was like, "Oh yeah, I was a bad person."
Yep. But people are like, why are you guys trying to cancel him? I don't know. Maybe because he admitted to being a
one's
bad
even-
person and is
And no one
extremely
even like has
homophobic
been
lyrics.
actively been canceling him.
Yeah, I don't know where that even comes from. I don't know where they got that from. Or
They
I
need
don't
an
even know.
excuse- They need an excuse to still be fans of a bad artist.
Yeah, I don't even know
His
where
new
they
stuff
got
Talking about
like
Russ?
people trying to cancel
Is
side
millennials
parts.
hating Gen Z or white women going
But
through
also,
midlife
like, where did the
crisis?
side
White women.
part thing come from? Because I haven't
'Cause
seen
a lot-
anyone talk about people trying
Well,
to
a lot of
cancel
Gen
them.
Zs have been saying about how like they prefer doing middle parts now, and so
Yeah.
that's millennials feel under attack now because of it.
I love middle parts, but I don't have a problem with side parts, and I don't know why they.
Side
Maybe,
parts just don't look good on me. I don't care.
I
though.
think it's just because people who get older cannot handle the idea that
Of
they
new
are no longer
trends.
the trendsetters.
yeah, they are,
Yeah.
and they're no longer above everyone else,
Yes.
and they're going through a quarter life crisis.
How do I change the part in my hair?
Brushing.
Yeah, but
Brushing,
brushing and just
okay.
like
Oh,
doing it every day, so your hair gets accustomed to it.
Mhm.
Okay. I don't want to change the kind of part I have. I just kind of want to change the side.
like I used to have a side part.
Me too.
I don't
I used to have a side
anymore.
part
I
in
don't
high
have, I
school.
don't really have any.
I never.
part.
I never have. It's
'Cause
just been in the middle.
I kind of just have like weird bangs now because I cut my own hair, and so I don't really have a part at all. And it's like I think it's weird to categorize an entire people by a hairstyle.
It really is. It's
It's
extremely
fucking
strange.
crazy.
Or the skinny jeans thing. Like skinny jeans have never.
They're still in.
They've
fashion.
never been cool. What do you guys? No, I'm just.
Not if you're emo.
They've never really been
like-
like people still wear. It's not like people are just trying to make fun of every single person who wears
The
skinny
fashion
jeans.
just changed. Now
Exactly.
it's like baggier clothing. Now people
Yeah.
think baggier, like low-rise jeans used to be cool. Nobody wears those anymore.
No.
Not because like
No.
if I
People
saw-
do, and they need to be stopped.
But like that just things just go in and out of fashion. That's how it works. Like
I wanna
90s
talk about
fashion came
something.
back for a while.
Yes, Angelina.
Now
In
that
the
we're
back?
on the topic of low-rise skinny jeans and 90s fashion, I want to talk about skinny fashion versus fat fashion and how
Okay.
a trigger warning for this could possibly be very, very triggering to people who have like body dysmorphia issues and such, but this is a topic that has always intrigued me. And back in the 90s and early 2000s,
I was in a very famous TV show.
not that, but there was a trend of skinny fashion, which I consider to be low-rise jeans and crop tops, because every person who participated in that trend was by definition skinny, and anytime someone who was not considered skinny, they would get publicly shamed and humiliated for trying to participate in that trend. And it started like this whole thing in the 90s and 2000s where it was like it would only look good on you if you were skinny, and that's where a lot of fat phobia started, and it really pisses me off, and I just wanted to talk about that.
I feel like that happens even today.
Definitely.
And I feel like it really sucks. Like, I wanted to be a fashion designer when I was a little bit younger, so I studied a lot of it, and that definitely is a thing where people, like, crop tops coming back into fashion, people will still get shamed now.
Yep.
If they are not like the exact body type.
You know what I think's fun?
The exact same way.
Yeah.
What?
You know what I think's fun? How like Kendall Jenner can like walk out and like just jeans and a t-shirt and they're like, wow, she's the pinnacle of fashion.
Yeah.
But like if like a fatter person wears like jeans and she's like, wow, you look really lazy.
It's really fucked. Like, because especially models like even Kylie Jenner or Gigi Hadid or someone where they're like skinny to the public eye, and they will wear something like baggy sweatpants and a sports bra, and they'll get photographed by paparazzi and posted all over Instagram, people talking about how they're fashion icons. But then again, if there's someone who's considered overweight and they wear the exact same thing, then it's like they're brave, or they're just like doing something risky, and it's like, I don't understand why we've always had this double standard, and it's always pissed me off.
I think with time, it's decreasing in how much people do it. I think older generations, like the further back you go, the more like of a gatekeeper position people felt that they held for whatever they were really interested in. And now people sort of see that the more people that are intrigued by something and want to get into something, the better it is for that market, because then it gets more attention and there's better products coming out for it and stuff like that. I'm not saying that it's not there. I just think that it's sort of going away. Yeah.
Definitely going away for sure. Especially like in the 90s, it was really awful. But I mean, the extreme popularity of plus size models and that being a lot more common has definitely made the issue subside a little bit, which is really great. But then there's still this double standard that I feel like a lot of people just aren't even seeing or noticing that happens a lot, because like a lot of skinny people could just wear like an extremely basic or like strange outfit that people will praise, but then if a fatter person wears the same exact thing, so it's still there, but it's definitely going away, which is great.
I also feel like it's a very like this specific thing in America, it's very it's gotten a lot more exposure than, and I used to be really into like Japanese street fashion, and there all the models like they're like skinnier people, sure, but also there are overweight people in Japan. Yeah. And there's very rarely, if any, like it was a huge thing that the first very obviously overweight model like got a big contract, and she got a lot of shit from that. Yeah. And so it is going down, but also especially like in America, but also in other places, it's still very rapid where skinny people are still seen as like fashion icons, the only people that can be beautiful in clothes. Yeah. Whereas overweight people have to work 5 times harder to get half of the recognition.
Exactly.
What I think is also like kind of dumb is how like body styles are going like in and out of fashion, because that's not how it should be. Oh yeah, like how in like the 2000s, like it's the low-rise jeans, it's like being skinny's in fashion, but like now it's like the high-rise jeans, like being like a little bit chubbier is like more like in fashion.
Yeah, like, and there's a lot of shit.
Because high-rise jeans doesn't really work with like skinny people.
Exactly.
Like more like square body types, high-rise does not work for them. They need low-rise, but it's like, oh, low-rise isn't in fashion.
That's actually, it's good to bring that up, because along with the, like, going back to Kendall Jenner, or just the whole Kardashian thing, is like because of the the way that they look and the pear-shaped hourglass figure, whatever, has become so popular, there's also been a drastic increase in people shitting on people who are skinnier or just naturally they have a lower metabolism, they can't gain weight, and it's really hard for them, and people shit on them for not having curves or shape or whatever, and that's also super fucked. So it's like, you can't really win. It's really awful.
Yeah.
The way I think about time is if you watch old TV shows, the question of does this make my butt look big?
Yeah,
I
was
know.
It depends on time it is, because nowadays you'd want a yes.
Yeah.
Like 12 or 10 years ago, you'd want to know.
Yeah, exactly.
Jurassic at how fast that happens.
I know.
Like,
It's so fucking weird.
Like what the media sees as the most beautiful body type in the world, and next week you could be seen as like less than a different body type.
Yeah.
There is also the media angle from each of these fashion changes that come up, though, because every time they can find something new to grab onto and to try and like feed people, it's going to be a headline that people click on to, you know, see into, like, oh, what's going to be cool in this time. And so there is like a constant fight to renovate what's already in style. And that's I feel like the reason that styles change the way that they do. That's not saying it's a good thing, but there are more factors than just people are shitty and they're shitty to each other.
Of course.
I don't think fashion is necessarily in the idea of being shitty towards each other. I think it's an idea of trying to seem like to fit in. Like, edgy
definitely.
Styles used to be very not in. They used to be, people didn't want to be that. They wanted color. They wanted to look, there was like a floral trend where everyone wanted to be in floral, or for women at least. And now more recently, it's been more of an edgy thing. And it's not like, oh, we hate floral colors. It's more of like, that's what's cool now, with like Billie Eilish on the rise and things like that. It's more of like the thing that comes out of it. Fashion itself is not about shitting on each other. But what comes out of it is when you think that because something is cool, everyone who isn't wearing it is now like somehow beneath you.
Yeah.
Which isn't everybody. It's definitely not like a super, super common thing, but it is enough of a thing that the media grabs onto it and then continues to have it, like in pop culture. Like it continues to be pushed.
I think there is also the responsibility of the people who are shitting on others, because everybody can look at an article and be told what's going to be popular or what is popular and decide that, oh, you know, it's cool if people dress like that, but they also decide that it's not cool for people to not dress like that. And in their heads, the other people have to be that perfect, almost unattainable standard, and that's flawed thinking in their heads in a way, and it just comes back to certain people not getting the way the world works and should almost work.
Do you know what I think is like kind of like ironic? Not ironic, like I don't know the right term, but like you know what I mean. How fashion works, how like trends are. Like if like in like middle school, like if you were like emo, you'd get made fun of for looking alternative. But like over the summer, it was a big trend to be alternative, like have the dyed hair in the front and wear black clothing and the mesh and the lace. And that was like a trend for like, so it's like people who made fun of kids for dressing like that years ago are now wearing that. So then now it's out of trend again, so people are being made fun of for like, wow, you're still wearing that? And it's like, I've been wearing this for years. Yes.
It's like the same thing with like nerd chic when that was a thing. It's the same concept. It's just people, like some people just want to make fun of people. And so when things change, they change with it. They're always going to think that you're lame. It's just when they think it.
Pretty much, yeah.
It's just like a matter of time until they find like the next thing to make fun of. And that's very much on them as people and not necessarily on how like people in general like things. Like like fashion will always come in and out. It's a cycle.
Of course.
You know? No matter what happens, something is always going to be cool again and something's going to be not cool, no matter what.
Yeah.
Maybe it'll be slightly different, but it's going to work like that. That's why, like, I on a normal day, like if I was gonna go out and stuff, I would be dressed up like full clown makeup. Like I dress like an actual clown because I like how I look. I like it. I think it's fun. I think I have fun with it. I have had women take photos of me and laugh at me in stores, which is like I'm used to it at this point, but also not cool to do that to someone, especially without their consent. Like if you wanted to take a photo, really care. Like I get it. I look weird. I don't look like you don't expect it. I get it. Like
Yeah.
I don't think I look normal. No matter what I do, I'm either gonna be unhappy because I like sticking with one thing. I like doing whatever I feel like that day. I used to wear only adventurer clothing. Like I would wear like as if I was in a fantasy world on a magical adventure because I liked it and I thought I looked and I would get made fun of, and I'd be like, what are you like from a Disney movie? I don't know. I don't remember their insults. I'm too tired. But I'd be like,
You don't have a journal of every insult you've ever gotten. On March 17th, 2017, someone called me a stinky poo-poo man.
Well, that's just facts. You are a stinky poo-poo man.
Live it like you tell it.
There's just one thing I just wanted to talk about. It's a little bit educational for those who don't know, but also a little fun bit that I wanted to...
Oh, is this what I think it is?
It's the Walgreens thing. So you know, like when you go to like a Walgreens or like a box lunch and then you're asked like, hey, do you want to donate to help a cancer patient today? And it's like, yes or no, I care about cancer patients. I don't want to give you my money.
Yeah.
And I hate how they like guilt you like so fucking terribly. Because like how this is, when you donate to like a charity at Walgreens, that helps Walgreens not pay their taxes.
Yeah.
So if you give it, like you might as well give it to like a charity yourself and not like give Walgreens money to give to charity so that they can just not pay their taxes.
Yeah.
So like I always say no, and it's just like you like feel like they make you feel like shit about it.
Yeah.
Like when I
worked when the person asks you.
Oh yeah.
When I worked at Box Lunch, I had to be like, hey, do you want to round up your change for this local food shelter? And they're like, no, I don't want to. And I'm like, are you sure? When you do this, I have to say that. So like I understand like they're not trying to guilt me. It's just they have to. But it's just like it's basically like, hey, do you want to help a cancer patient today? Not really. And they're like, oh. So you hate people with cancer? You want cancer?
You think cancer's good? No? You like cancer? Oh,
I'm like, no.
Cancer kid underneath the desk. Every time someone says no, he pops out being like, I'm gonna die.
Really?
I'm gonna die because of you. Look at this boy in the face and press the no button. You fucking piece of shit.
It's like, can't I just give that specific kid this money?
Nope, gotta give it to Walgreens so that they cannot pay their taxes.
Some companies are almost nefarious with the way they do that. Like, I don't know if you guys have ever noticed, but Panda Express, they like boast that they're the #1 fast food chain that like helps out charities and all this stuff, and they always have things on the walls about which organization they're helping this week. Everything that they have priced is priced to be rounded up in a way that makes you give them like over 75 cents. Like the food is $7.30. Like what other place does that? It really makes you think. Like
not only that, but fast food places, if they see you're disabled physically, like I used to use a cane at work, they will put you at the cash register to make people feel bad.
Oh my god.
They will purposely put people who are disabled at cash register, even though that is job so physically tireless. Like I had to stand there. I can't move.
Jesus Christ. That's hours. Exploitation like to the fullest.
Yes. So they feel bad about not giving to charity.
Oh my god.
It's like the good thing that like these companies are giving to charities, but at the same time it's like you're only doing this for yourself so that you don't have to pay your taxes.
Sort of, yeah. I mean, it is
like,
a good way.
If they were to like give to charities like themselves, like hey, like Chili's has like their like pie, like there's like a pie where it's like a portion of this pie is good. The money that you spend on this pie is gonna go to St. Jude. So it's like, okay, at least I'm getting something. For like Chili's is like giving to them themselves. They're not asking, hey, can you give us money so that we can give it to a charity?
Yeah,
that will be the middleman for you and not pay our taxes. Thanks. I don't want to pay my taxes today.
They should do like a rewards program at certain places where if you round up, they put that towards a certain dollar amount because they don't. It's not like they actually have to spend $10 on a hamburger. They might charge that for it,
Yeah.
but they don't. They spend like $2, so there's still a profit margin there. I don't know.
You mean like a
It
food
could be
stamp
done.
thing where it's like you get like a stamp for every child patient that you save?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The
exactly.
child
you save
themselves
10
have to sign
kids, you get a free cookie.
it.
Beautiful.
That's better than saying no. I don't like kids with cancer. I think.
What made me think of this is that when I was at the Walgreens, it literally was, do you want to help a kid with cancer today? Or yes, I do, and no, I don't care. Or like, no, I don't want to.
That's just like, you're just like staring at the fucking pen pad for like 10 minutes, like sweating. You're like, just like looking around, making sure no one's looking at you. Just fuck.
We're covering it. Like, yes, I will. No.
You're just like reading the question out loud. You're like, this is asking me if I want to give to charity. Yes. And then you secretly just hit the no button.
It's like.
Flip.
Oops.
It's like voting. You're like, honey, who did I put for number 4?
Or it's like you like pretend to like read along. Whoa, it's saying, do you not want to save a cancer kid today? Well, of course, I'm not gonna click yes. And it's like, oh.
It's like you're in a sitcom and obviously like the camera's panned towards your face and then the thing, and then you look around and make sure no one's looking. You're like, yes, of course I'm gonna donate to charity, and then the camera pans back down to the pen pad, and then you hit no, and then the laugh track plays.
Have you ever thought of working at TV? That's hilarious. That's true comedy right there.
What can I say?
The TV show.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Yeah. I'm the main writer.
It's like Seinfeld double humor.
I'm
That's garbage.
waiting for Cartoon Network to hit us up for a Pete and 6 rate TV show where we're like 3 middle schoolers and just going through life.
Fish hooks.
Fish hooks. Yes. And we're lizards. We're geckos instead of fish.
Okay, I like
the tank
that.
next to him at the pet store.
Yeah.
You can always see them in the background a little bit.
And the Geico Gecko makes a guest appearance every once in a while to talk about car insurance.
Yeah.
This could be a good sponsor bit, Cartoon Network, Disney Channel, all the above.
I mean, we're looking for.
We got a
money.
business email.
We'll take anything.
We'll take the animated show bit.
PBS, we're there.
PBS Kids for the kids without cable. Sign us up, please.
I was kids.
I was kids without cable.
I had
Dragon
cable,
Tales
but
top tier.
I had cable, but I still watched PBS Kids because I thought it was fun.
Yeah.
I really liked Cyber Chase.
Yeah,
I love Cyber Chase so much. Did you guys ever play the game?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, the game
Like
was
the
so
RPG
good.
game?
Yes, it was so
Yes.
fucking good, and I want to play it again, but it's on a fucking CD, and I don't have a CD player.
Fetch game a lot.
Oh, I was talking about a
Someone
Flash
send it
game.
to us.
Huh?
We're gonna stream
What'd you say,
it.
Nico?
I used to play like the Fetch game on the PBS.
Fetch
Kids
was
website.
Ruffman.
Yeah, there was a whole game about having to find his parents, and it was like pretty in depth.
She likes that one.
Wow. Huh.
I
Wow.
want to help Fetch Ruffman find his parents.
Rough Ruffman sounds like he doesn't need any help. I'll be honest. He gets the job done on his own.
Thank you, Nico, for joining us today on our podcast. Everyone say thank you, Nico.
Thank you, Nico.
And thank you, our audience. This is our 20th episode of our podcast. Thank you for
iCarly,
listening.
20th episode, spectacular.
Thank you guys for sticking by us for the past 20 episodes. We appreciate all the love and support that you guys give to us, all the Twitch subs, all the
money.
love, all the money that you guys give to us. Yep.
Thank you guys so much for tuning into our 20th episode spectacular. Make sure to go follow us on Twitter at Peaked6th, and we have a Linktree link on there where you can find every single link that we've ever created.
Every single link that we've ever created.
Every single link.
What the fuck?
It's crazy, yeah. So make sure to check that out. Make sure to check out our Twitch because we stream these live. And yeah, we'll see you guys next time for the 21st episode. I have to go take a piss. So that's the end of the podcast. Bye.